Alright guys, and welcome back to another Dokkan battle video. So this is my favorite type of video. This is the complete analysis and overview of AGL LR Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta fusing into Blue Vegito. Now I did take a couple of days before doing the analysis because I summoned on both Vegito and Fusion Zamasu, but I didn't got neither of them. I'm still summoning on Zamasu, but I'm not doing any more summons on Vegito, so I don't have him, but it's very easy to run him as a friend leader, so I'm just using him as a friend, and I did a lot of runs. I didn't do a showcase because if the unit is not mine, I'm not going to do a showcase. No matter how new, how hype or whatever the unit is, I want to use the unit correctly, but I can get an idea on how powerful it is just using it as a friend. It's just I'm not going to do a showcase for a character that is not mine. So I've used them against Metal Cooler Core, against Cell Max, against Rose Goku Black, against First From Cell, against Broly, everyone. Sin Shenron several times. So I have an idea on how good they are. So for the majority of the video, this is just going to be, again, analysis and overview. This is more so for like new players. They summon because there is Vegito and they see, oh my god, it's very cool. It's the new Vegito, but how does it work? And this is your answer. So the leader skill, all out final battle. Apparently the little title, it's the name of the leader skill, from what Bandai said on Dokkan now. Little new things. So the leader skill, it's Battle of Fate, Future Saga or Power Beyond Super Saiyan, category Ki plus free and all stats 170. And then the 30% is for Realm of Gods or Time Travelers. Usually leader skill ends here, but they have a new part, which is Super Class Ki plus free and 150% to stats, Battle of Fate, Future Saga or Power Beyond Super Saiyan excluded. So of course this means we have the three categories, Battle of Fate, Future and Power Beyond Super Saiyan. They get the 170. Even if you are, let's say you are a Realm of Gods and like Blue Goku from the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. He's not on Battle of Fate. He's on Realm of Gods and he's a super class. He's not getting 180% to stats. He's just getting 150. Because the 30%, so this is tied that you have to be on the first three categories. So if you are on these three, Battle of Fate, Future Saga or Power Beyond Super Saiyan 170, you can get the 30. If you're not, you will just get the 150, which is this. And someone may think it's pointless because it's only 150%. But depending on the situation, you can run certain characters on a 150% leader skill. For example, if you're desperate, you can run UI Goku on a 150. He can just dodge, and it doesn't matter if you have 150, 120 or 200% to stats. He has to dodge anyway. UI Goku is on Battle of Fate, but it was just an example. Or like, I don't know, Chilai off lead. If you have 150 or if you have 0, Chila is a dodge character, so she just has to dodge. But it's a very good leader skill. We can look at the categories. So this is the roster that I have. This is Battle of Fate, and just the time it loads. Don't worry. Wiki, please. Okay, it apparently crashed, so we will just I will be back in 1 second. Okay, no, it's loading, never mind. So this is Battle of Fate, and look at this. You have the GT Duo, you have UI Goku, which I still consider an option because it's very easy to run. We have AGL LR Gohan, we have LR Golden Frieza, we have Orange Piccolo, the 5th anniversary Vegito, we have Int Super Saiyan 4 Goku, we have Vegeta and Trunks, we have God Goku. This is insane. This is only one of the leader skill, and you can see in this roster how many characters there are. But it's not only this. It's more. Like, you actually have more. So we can see we have Future Saga right here, which it's not the best at the moment, but we have things like the tech androids, which can be useful with the Ghost Asher. We have the Rose, which maybe are going to get their Easy ID celebration. AGL Zamasu is very good. So Future can be a nice addition to the roster in specific stages. And then Power Beyond Super Saiyan is the third of the 170% lead, and we can see LRK and Caulifla. We have the Super Saiyan 2 Gohans that maybe can get powerful EZA. We have LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. We have the 5th anniversary Blue Gogeta. We have the 8th anniversary GT Z Duo. So their leader skill, it's insane. You have everything you need to compete against every single boss in the game. So the passive skill, I know I lost a lot of time on the leader skill, but I think it's very important because he's a new, not type of leader skill, but he has a different leader skill than anyone else except Fusion Zamasu, and many persons are likely going to start the game with Vegito. So if this video got like a new player, I want to explain literally everything. So the passive skill, God Smashing Power. They have an entrance animation, 100% defense and guard for 4 turns from start of turn when there is another Future Saga category ally on the team at start of character attacking turn. So you have this buff. If you have a Future Saga ally on the team, it can be even the other Goku and Vegeta. So you can have double of them, then a team that doesn't have Future Saga allies, and you will still get the buff. So it's okay, you can just run Goku and Vegeta's team and you have the entrance animation up. So 100% defense and guard, it's very good considering that they have, of course, other defensive like abilities that we are going to see later. They have 3 key and 100% attack and defense at the start of turn, 2 key per type key sphere obtained, so not the rainbow key spheres. They have 50% attack and defense and attacks effective against all types when there is a Realm of Gods category enemy, which it's not the most common things ever for now, but we have Rose Goku Black, which is the hardest fight on global, and it's a Realm of Gods enemy, so it's helpful. Then they have 150% defense and high chance to dodge as the first attacker in a turn. So this is where they get very good. For the first 4 turns, you have this defense, you have the guard, you have this defense, you have this defense, you have this defense, and 50% chance to dodge. So they are very tanky, and they can dodge, and they have guard for the first 4 turns, which is very good. And then they have 100% attack, 50% defense, and a guaranteed additional super attack. And an additional attack that has high chance to be a super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. And then the guaranteed additional super attack is when key is 20 or more. Very quickly, 12 key stacks attack, colossal damage, 18 key stacks defense, mega colossal damage, very easy right here. And now many people have problems with the Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta, and I want to discuss like the comparison I've seen and explain why I think the criticism are valid with this character. You can criticize them. I don't like the character itself, that's why I'm not summoning, I'm not like doing. I did only one rotation because I needed characters on the banner, but I'm not spending more stones in this character because I don't like it. So the comparison I've seen are especially two. One, it's not on Power Beyond Super Saiyan. So let me just, it should be on Battle of Fate. We should have both. So let's open him. And let's open them. Okay, so UI Goku. The thing I've seen is they have dodge. So why people like me still use UI Goku or even Physical God Goku, but with him it was more like God Goku is very good and he still has guard and everything. UI Goku is specifically a dodge character. The thing is that UI Goku, aside from the higher dodge chance, of course, it's 70% and not 50. Of course, it's higher chance to dodge. The thing is, it's not blocked to a certain slot. You can have, okay, they dodge in slot 1. So of course, someone will say, that's the spot when you want to dodge. Sure, but there are turns in which like slot 1 has 1 attack, slot 2 has 5 attacks, or there aren't attacks in slot 1, or you can have a scouter and maybe in slot 1 there is not a super attack but it's in slot 2. So okay, slot 1 it's very important, but the other slots are important as well, and your defensive mechanic should be everywhere. And the thing is that they can only dodge in slot 1 and they are only good defensively for the first 4 turns in every slot. So basically after the entrance wears off, they are only good defensively in slot 1, but it's RNG. It's a coin flip for every single attack they receive. Even normals are going to damage them, while this character can just dodge like the 1 attack in slot 7. Like you put him on your team, it's something I always do. The less attacks possible is where I put him. If I have an emergency and there are like 10 attacks in one slot, I have no one who can tank them, I have to risk it. But understand, you decide to risk it or not. With Goku and Vegeta you always have to risk. And it's only a 50% chance. If they really did use the dodge as the only defensive ability, should have been 70%. The more comparison I've seen, instead of like UI Goku, it's this. It's Vegeta and Trunks. With especially this. They have the 70% attack and defense and guard in slot 1. And people say Goku and Vegeta's damage sucks in slot 1. Which is true, but they are very good defensively. Why people love Vegeta and Trunks but hate them if they are essentially the same unit? The problem for Goku and Vegeta is that, yeah, they are good defensively in slot 1 when they have the entrance animation up. But the problem is you can't be good defensively, like very good defensively, and do shit damage but being time limited. It's not okay, because then you have 2 of them, probably, because the leader skill is probably the best in the game for superclass characters. So you have 2 of them, they are doing shit damage and they are in slot 1, so they are slowing the team. Slowing the team makes it that their entrance animation wears off, and then they suck both offensively and defensively because they drag the team down. Vegeta and Trunks, you can have them doing shit damage and slowing the team down, but they don't have a time limit. Vegeta and Trunks will completely suck if this was 70% attack and defense and guard as the first attacker in a turn for 4 turns. They will suck completely. They will be ass. They don't have a time limit. That's the point. you cannot compare them, because like the thing I've seen people say is that we complain that we have so many characters that wants to build up, but so many characters do too much damage, so we don't have the possibility. Now Goku and Vegeta do shit damage and we complain that they don't do enough damage. The problem is Goku and Vegeta don't do enough damage, but they were off even defensively. It's not like okay, they do shit damage, but it's not one, they always guard and dodge. If Goku and Vegeta slot 1, guard and dodge every single turn, I will love them, I will adore them, but they don't. So that's the problem. They do shit damage, but they are time limited for the defensive ability. So then you have a character that is shit in damage and shit in defense. If you're shit in both, what are you doing? That's kind of the problem. So then we have the link set. It's not something I have to talk about, it's just Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, Kamehameha Freeze Battle, Legendary Power, generic Goku and Vegeta character link set. It's 7 out of 7 with the LR Gods, and the free link set I did put this. It's because this changes when Vegito shows up. So the active skill is the Special Fusion, the Potara Fusion, and here is another problem. Can be activated when HP is 70% or less starting from the 5th turn from the start of turn, or when there is another Future Saga category ally attacking in the same turn, or a Future Saga category enemy starting from the 7th turn from the start of turn, once only, and they fuse into Vegito Blue. The problem with this is not 5th turn, you can do it when HP is 70% or less. This is 5th turn from when they appear. So if you have Goku and Vegeta on the 2nd rotation, turn 2, in reality it's turn 1 for them. Turn 4, in reality is turn 3. And then turn 6, in reality is turn 5. Because it counts from the start of turn, not from the start of battle, which is the same condition, but that counts like every single turn. It's like, okay, I think we can see it with the Tech Trunks that is getting the Easy A. It should be easy to find on Future Saga. So Future Saga, Tech Trunks transform on turn 3, but it's turn 3 from the start of battle. And I just want to check it to be like 100% sure, and because I don't want to just talk but actually show what I say. So here is Trunks, we can open the tab, and here it should say from the start of battle, exactly. So this is the problem. If Trunks said from the start of turn, you will be on turn, let's say you have Trunks in slot 7, you will get him on turn 3, he will be base, he attacks, and then on the next turn he will transform. But since it says from the start of battle, this means from when the battle actually starts, and it doesn't matter where Trunks is. So that's kind of the problem. Here again, start of battle, this is start of turn, so it's a different condition. This is from the second Goku and Vegeta actually shows up in the fight. And it's a problem, because you have an HP condition, you have a turn restriction, which is very hard to get, and again, their defensive ability, it's time limited. Only here they are good defensively, then they are shit defensively, and they are shit offensively. So it's just either they have the entrance animation and they are good, or they are fusing, or they suck. It's basically this. So when they fuse, the 99% of the problem basically goes away. You have a very powerful character with, in my opinion, one problem, but it's not the biggest deal ever. So the passive skill is all-rounder ground performance, and gives Vegito ki plus 5 and 250% attack and defense. He gets 2 ki per ki sphere obtained. This is different from the base form because the base form was per type ki sphere, so rainbow didn't matter. Here, rainbow ki spheres give him 2 ki as well. He's super effective against all types, no restrictions, nothing, it's just super effective against all types. Here's the problem, in my opinion. He has 30% damage reduction before attacking. And then he has 20% damage reduction, 50% chance to dodge, an additional attack with a 50% chance to be a super as the first attacker in a turn. Then an additional super attack and medium chance of launching another additional super attack as the second or third attacker in a turn. So basically, you can get this damage reduction, but not this in different slots. And someone will say, yeah, it's how it's rated, what's the problem? I just think it's not fun, because you have the defensive slot and the offensive slot, but even if you put him in slot 2, it's not like he's out damaging every single unit in the game. I see no point, no reason, nothing on why you should run him in slot 2 or 3. And another thing that I don't like is how he has this. Combine it with this, I don't like it, because basically he has 50% damage reduction before attacking in slot 1. Then he supers and he has 20% in slot 1. But if you want to run him again in slot 2, he will have 0% damage reduction. And his defense is not really that high. So basically, he's locked in slot 1. And I don't like when, like, these characters that have slot related ability, I just don't like them. This is just personal opinion. Just because I would like to see the maximum power of a character in every slot. And not, okay, I put him here, then I put him here, the performance is completely different, and many things can, like, this is heavy RNG from my experience, because of the attack placement or the orb placement or whatever you need, the HP of the enemy. It's just, the character is completely different every single turn, and I just don't like that. I like consistency. That's a very strong thing for me. So the last part of the passive skill, it's a guaranteed additional super attack when using the active skill or when ki is 20 or more, which is something we have seen a lot in recent years. So the super attacks, these are very powerful. 12 ki, 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage and lowers attack and defense. Dog shit. This is pointless, dog shit. This is completely irrelevant, because this is minimum a turn 5 transformation and it lowers attack and defense. This is atrociously bad, like pointless. The 18 ki, again 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, mega colossal damage to enemy, and then it raises superclass allies defense by 50% for 1 turn. Now, from what I've heard and what I've seen, this basically, it's okay when you put Vegito in slot 1 and he gets this. Depends on the character you have in slot 2 and 3. This is basically him giving to these characters a greatly raises defense for 1 turn. It's like they did got a super attack that did give them 50% defense, basically. But when it's a character like Tech World Tournament Goku, or I don't know, AGL UI Goku, that don't give them self defense on the super attack, it's way higher. Again, from what I've heard and from what I've read, I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, this is a very good super attack effect, because basically he gets 100% defense on the 18 ki, but is giving 50% of that to the allies as well. And with all the additional is getting the 50% here. And he has 50% damage reduction before attacking. but after attacking he has all that defense and he has 20% and the high chance to dodge, and he's super effective against all types. So Vegito is good, but one big problem is that it doesn't heal. Like, you have the 3rd anniversary fusions, you have LR STR Vegito, you have LR Tech Gogeta, which they all heal. Then this guy is just not doing it. I don't know why. It would have been really helpful, especially because I hate this. If you want me to get below an HP threshold to do something, I pretend that when I do that something, you heal me back. First thing. Unless that thing you're doing is so unbelievably overpowered that doesn't matter. Like, if I get below 50% HP once only, and one character gains guard, support, all allies, key plus 50% attack and defense, and he has a scouter, okay, you can keep the heal. But if I have to go below 70% HP and then you can die because you get supered, no. Because yeah, 70% HP Vegito will live, but if I am at 10% HP because I decided, okay, I don't keep these same type orbs, no, it's better to not heal with Bulma, or I don't know, with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or doing the revive with the GT Duo, so we can get Vegito, but then I'm at 10% HP, I do the fusion, but again, I'm at 10% HP and Vegito gets supered and I die because I was at 10% HP, I will feel shit. So I pretend that if you want me to go below an HP threshold, then you heal me back when I fulfill the condition and I get what the condition was for. Then Vegito has an active skill as well, so this character has 2 active skills, which is the God Smasher. The condition is the same as the 7th anniversary unit, so your HP 50% or less, or the enemy HP 50% or less when facing only one enemy. And the active skill does ultimate damage, and within the turn activated you have 100% chance to dodge, which is very powerful. And of course the active skill, it's super effective against all types since Vegito is on his passive. The link set, so Godly Power, Prepare for Battle, and Kamehameha change for Overinafesh, Power bestowed by God, and Fused Fighters. He has a shit ton of category. Realm of Gods, Potara, Pure Saiyan, Future Saga, Time Travelers, Joined Forces, Kamehameha, Final Trump Card, Battle of Wits, Time Limit, Master Devolution, Accelerated Battle, Battle of Fate, Power Beyond Super Saiyan, Fierce Fighters, Bond of Parent and Child, and Superheroes. So overall, this character, it's good. Is he overhated? Maybe. But I think the biggest problem and the biggest thing I have, like, issue with this character is that it's lame. It's not like okay, they have dodge and guard. This resembles me of physical God Goku. They have the buff, depends on the slot they are. This resembles of the 8th anniversary LRs. They have just regular like defensive stacking and attack stacking on their super attack. They have the guaranteed additional when he's 20 or more, same way as the 7th tier LRs. It's boring. They do nothing different for this character. And you can say, okay, but to make a top tier character you kinda have to do this. And I can reply with no. Look at Tech War Tournament Goku. He has to receive all those attacks and he gets defense when guard is activated, and he has all the additionals that are not related to like a key matter, or like Piccolo Jr. when he can do all the super attacks that build him up and he's just raw defense, it's so high that it doesn't even matter. Or look at Bulma with the damage reduction at each turn and the support and like the uniqueness of this type of characters. And they are just so lame, so boring. It's just, I don't know. I use them and it's like you don't feel the difference. You don't feel like, okay, this is a new unit. They're doing something different. I can see that the battle is different because of them. It's like they are another Goku and Vegeta unit. That is good, but it's not game breaking. It's just another Goku and Vegeta unit. It's just what I feel. Like, I can run the team and I can use the 8th anniversary LAR, the 7th year LARs, I can use God Goku, I can use them. And it's just a team full of Goku and Vegeta unit, and they don't stand like, okay, I see that they are new. I see like their dominance. I see this cool effect that only them can do. Like, I just don't see that. They're boring, uninspired. I don't know. I just don't like what they did with this slot stuff. I don't like being blocked in one slot to do stuff. I just don't like it. And I don't know. It's just me. Again, this is just a personal opinion. I just don't like this. And they are top 10 overall. Probably yes. I'm not good at top 10. I don't think straight top 10, it's not the like my way to value a unit and to be like, okay, 1 2 3 4 5. You can do it, but I will say 99% of the time you are going to receive insult if you do something like that, or like just you don't receive anything at all and no one gives a shit. So it's just do as you wish. I just don't think it's very worth it. But if I have to say, like, gun to my head, are they top 10? Yes. But I don't think they are going to last long, because like they are good now, but the second the content jumps, so like they take damage from normals unless they outright dodge it. They dodge. And Vegeta and Trunks are in the same situation now. They take a lot of damage, even with the guard and the high defense. So they take damage from super attacks already if they don't dodge. And it's just their damage is just going to be more and more shit. The defense is good, but only for 4 turns. So after that you literally have to transform, otherwise they completely suck. And it's just not worth it, considering the power that they have on these categories. Like, if this character was on, I don't know, Heavenly Events, I just want to say some shit categories. Heavenly Events, again, I don't know, Hybrids, it's a bad category now. And I don't know, what is a really bad team? Universe 11, Androids, Universe 6. If they were Target Goku, like teams like that, if they were on this, and on teams like this I did have 4 turns God of Defense in slot 1, and then Fusion, and then like damage reduction, guaranteed dodge with an active skill, they will be God on Target Goku, Universe 6, Universe 11, Heavenly Events. But they are on Battle of Fate, Pure Saiyan, Bond of Parent and Child, Kamehameha. Like, understand, we don't lack options, and this unit feels like they are not new. Like, this unit feels like it's just another good unit added to the team, while last year it didn't. Tech Carnival Goku didn't feel like this, because the Red Zone power creep was still fairly new, and he was a very good tank for the time being, but we didn't have a lot. And he was a perfect partner for the LR Gods, which at the time were a top 10 unit in the game, probably top 5 too. And the revive, we didn't have good revive characters besides, guess what? Him! That Carnival Goku was the only top tier revive character we did have at the time. And so it was just a different time, and he was just so helpful on release. But these guys, I think the problem is that either if you have them or if you don't, again, your Pure Saiyan, Kamehameha, Final Trump card, Fused Fighters, Superheroes, Bond of Parental Child, Power Beyond Super Saiyan teams, they're not going to be weaker because you don't have them. Like, I was using the team, I could have used the GT2 as a friend. Doesn't mean my team is bad because I don't have them. So they just don't feel like not useful. It's not the correct word. It's just they don't feel worth it, like the weight. Like, yeah, you get them, and then you could have just run God Goku. It does basically the same stuff, but it's not time limited completely. Because the thing is, you can run God Goku, and first thing is entrance animation lasts more. Second thing, you can run God Goku in slot 7 in like on the third slot, and you have the defensive mechanic on turn 6, for example. While this unit, if you run Goku and Vegeta on turn 6 in slot 3, they literally have this defense and this defense. Maybe this against a realm of God's enemy, and that's it. And the stacks. So they will get hit for 400k normals against any relevant boss. And it's just God Goku, that's not happening. So it's just you're rushing to fuse with a unit that cannot rush. And that's the best way. Okay, sorry, I did have to block the recording for a minute in like I didn't have the time to stop, so I will just end this discussion. The problem is that they are a unit that wants to rush the event because they have good defensive mechanics for 4 turns, but they are a unit that does shit damage, so they cannot rush the event. And when when the shit like damage becomes a problem, it's when you cannot transform. You need to get a certain amount of HP to transform, but since they tank or they outright dodge, if you are lucky, it's possible that you don't take damage, then you cannot fuse, and then you go 100% to 0. So it's just a mess. If I did have to make adjustment to this unit, I will do honestly a lot of stuff. Like, I will change a lot of them. First thing, if it was for me, all of this will not exist. Like, all of this will be gone. It will just be Blue Vegito, standalone. Because Zamasu is standalone, is not fusing, so I will just have Blue Vegito versus Zamasu period, not fusing. And I will just give Vegito this entrance animation and then buff Vegito a bit just to make count for the stacks, like instead of 250 make 300%, or make 250 and then give him 50% attack on super, and then you buff this to 3 turns, and that's it. You keep the active the same, and the entrance animation is just the active skill in which they fuse. Like, this is Vegito's entrance animation with the buff of Goku and Vegeta entrance animation. You buff Vegito just a bit to again make count for the stacks, and that was your unit. everyone will be happier with this. But if I have to buff them, what I will do is probably make something like this. So since they want to float when they don't have the entrance animation, or they just don't perform well, and they need to live, I will do this. Boom. Because then you can float them, they will get a huge amount of defense, they will get 70% chance to dodge, and to be honest, if I really have to do it, I will do this. So they will get the T plus 7, which will help make the 20 or more key for the additional. They will get this as well, this is slot 2 or 3. So they will be able to do a lot of super attacks in slot 3, and of course I will do this. Like, no question why they don't get defense on the 12 key. You do this and they are fine, because then you can just float them on turn 4 if you cannot fuse, and then if you float them on turn 4, you are 7 turn and you can guarantee fuse if you have 2 of them. So that's the only thing I would really change, because the problem is, again, I will repeat myself, but I prefer to repeat and being like completely sure that everyone understands what I say. The problem with this unit is that they want to rush the event because they are good with the entrance animation, but they do shit damage, so they cannot rush the event, especially if you have 2 of them. After that, they suck, and the transformation condition is inconsistent, and if you transform very rapidly, like if you're lucky and you can hide them and they get barely even time to attack and you can immediately fuse, then Vegito's performance is going to be a bit like, not subpar, but weaker. Why? Because you want to stack with Goku and Vegeta to make Vegito better. So it's just a flawed unit, not well designed. It's just, to say it gently, they messed up. Because you don't release Blue Vegito after 3 years of no Vegito in the game. He was, personally, I didn't care about a new Blue Vegito, but I know everyone, maybe besides me, was waiting for him. You don't release him like this. Again, this is a good unit, but again, I will say it's top 10. But if you ask me if it's top 5, I will probably say, hell no, it's not top 5. So it's just, this should not be the case, because last year I was 100% sure Vegeta and Trunks were the best units in the game in this time slot. Tech Carnival Goku was the second and Final Form Cooler was the third. Now I will not have neither Vegito or Zamasu in the top 3. So it's just, I think they didn't do enough for Goku and Vegeta, especially for Goku and Vegeta, because this unit doesn't look, doesn't feel, and doesn't, I don't know, work fine, and doesn't feel fun for me when I use them, which is unfortunate. Anyway, this was the analysis, the overview, my opinions as well. And remember, the opinion side is just personal opinion. You can disagree, it's completely fine. It's just what I think about the unit. So let me know what you guys think about the worldwide celebration Blue Goku and Blue Vegeta fusing into Blue Vegito. In a couple of days, I will do Zamasu's analysis and overview. I just want a couple of days more to use him, to test him, and to really understand him. And yeah, that's it. So let me know what you guys think, and I see you guys in the next video. Bye.